Well, I told you to keep it in the cage. That's what you get. That's right. Well, you didn't really need that little finger, did you? Suppose not. Heavens to Betsy. Oh, I didn't see you come in. Oh, what do you want? Ah, well, we're closing in a few minutes, but I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give you a quick tour around the place. Have you ever been to Magical Menagerie? Oh, so you're here with the tour group. Well, I should have known. You don't look like a local now, do you? Don't exactly fit in. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, well, what kind of pet are you looking for? No preference. Well, of course. Makes things more difficult then, doesn't it? That figures. Well, how about we start over here and work our way around? All right. Well, keep up with me. We'll be doing this, well, pretty quickly here. I gotta get home and have myself a nice butter beer and mince pie. It's Thursday night after all. Okay, let's start here. This is our giant orange snail. His name is Henry. Not all the pets have names, but this one does because, well, I'm kind of fond of him. He's poisonous, just a bit. You'll notice he has a yellow body and his shell's pretty much orange. Though this one does have quite a few black stripes. And a few spikes here and there for good measure. Yeah, well, he's a sweetheart. Don't let him fool you. He's slow, as most snails tend to be. When he moves around, yeah, you'll notice there at the bottom we had to install a special bottom to the cage because, well, his trail is, it's a teeny bit acidic. So, yeah. Well, he's more of an older giant orange snail, but the younger ones, their acid can pretty much create a small forest fire if the conditions are right, so you gotta be careful. Yeah. Well, and some of them, especially those in the wild, they will attack you. Like I said, though, Henry, he's just, he's a sweetheart. Though there was that one time when I didn't give him his pellets, and, well, he nearly took my ear off. This next one here is a niffler. Now, nifflers, they'll set you back a bit. In fact, this one's about 20 galleons. Whereas Henry over there, he's only about 7. But the sniffler, they can seek out treasures. They're treasure hunters. So, yeah, you'll find them often on pirate ships, and sometimes people just use them when they're walking on the beach to try to see if they can seek their fortunes, that kind of thing. It's rather silly, I think. But they're kind of drawn to shiny things, which makes them useful. Really anything metallic. They will bite you, though, if you're wearing a ring or a bracelet, necklace, anything really that's nice and shiny. But if you do show them respect and you don't take them gallivanting all around looking for treasure, they'll respect you after a while back. They'll reciprocate the affection and the care that you're giving them, and they'll be very loyal. Yeah. Traditionally, they live about 20 feet below. They have layers, kind of, I suppose, like gophers or things like that, maybe ant tunnels, that sort of thing. So you'll notice that in their habitat, half of it is submerged basically in soil. Yeah. This next one here is a fire crab. This is 15 galleons. And kind of looks like a mix between a turtle and a crab, to be perfectly honest. They're native to Fiji, and very exotic and everything. And They have 6 legs. This one has 7 though, a bit of an oddity. And you'll notice that the shell is heavily jeweled. Now these jewels aren't really worth too much because you can't really take them out of the shell. And then once you do, they basically disintegrate. They're enchanted. So this one has different colors. Most of them do. Some of them are monotone, but this one has blue, green, and red, which I think is a nice combination. Yeah. And there's different variants of fire crabs that you'll find out there. Now, they're a bit of an endangered species as well. Wizards use them to make cauldrons, and Muggles, well, they think that their jewels are worth something, so they'll, harvest them. So the Ministry of Magic has put them under a bit of an Endangered Species Protection Act, I guess you can say. So we don't get them in here very often. They're kind of rare. The one thing you want to keep in mind is when they do get angry or a little bit hostile, well, flames will come shooting right out of their rear ends. So yeah, you kind of watch that. The next one here is a puffskein. And it's just a sweet little thing. It's covered in this soft fur, kind of like a chinchilla. It's perfectly a sphere, so yeah, fit them in the palm of your hand. It loves being cuddled, and you can even toss it around like a ball if you like. It won't hurt it at all, kind of like a roly-poly. They'll eat pretty much anything, so if you set them down by the table when you're, having your meal, they'll love the scraps. And they'll be your friend forever if you give them anything dairy-based or kind of rich, caviar. The only thing you got to be careful for is they do have a tendency to eat spiders and small insects. So if you have a pet spider at home, there may be a little issue there. But other than that, they are great magical creatures. They're used sometimes for potion making, and they're very loyal as well, so that's good. The next one I want to show you is a kneazle. And this is sort of like a cat, kind of like a mix between, I guess, a fox and a cat. You notice that they have those large ears there, and fur is all flecked. And it's a bit, I don't know, they kind of remind me of baby lions in a way. I don't know why. They have different breeds of them. This one's a bottle tail. And they're very intelligent, independent, but they still like to be around their owners. Good balance. They can make their own way home, so they never get lost. And they can even help guide you home if, you have a night out in the town and you're a little bit tipsy. They can walk you right home. And, let's see what else. That's another thing. They don't like certain people, mainly unsavory characters. If someone is trying to do you harm, this cat will know it right away, or this kneazle will know it right away. And, they'll kind of start hissing at them, and sometimes they even bark. I know they're not dogs, but they'll bark. They have a different type of voice box mechanism. So, and now we're going over here to the toad section. I have a whole toad section here, and we have owls and things like that too. But mainly people don't come to us for owls; they go to the owlery. So yeah, this toad is just a common toad. It's native here to Hogsmeade. You can find them right out in the meadows and the swamps, things like that. This one's a green one, but we have some brown ones in stock as well. It's covered in stereotypical warts, which people kind of look for in toads, I guess. And this is 5 galleons. Then we have the Harlequin Toad right here, and it's kind of more exotic and tropical. And this one's red and green. Perfect for Christmas, if you want to give a gift to somebody and they like toads. I don't know who that might be, but you know what your friends like, I suppose. This one is 9 galleons, and the Natterjack Toad, which I love the name. This one is mainly a European breed, and it has the yellow line down the middle of its back right there. And this one's name is Fred. He's one of my favorites. I've kind of adopted him, but we have others in stock that I'd be more than happy to sell you, and they are 5 galleons. Yeah, well, you kind of get this terrarium for them. They kind of like to be in the water and on land equally, and yeah. Well, we have different pet supplies to care for them, and I'll show you those a bit later on. Okay. Now let's go over maybe the cat section, I think. You look like, yeah, might be a cat person a little bit. Oh, okay. This is just a stereotypical black cat. It's 9 galleons, not any sort of particular extraordinary breed. It can give you some good luck at times, depending upon your magical prowess. And this right here is a ginger cat. This one's 9 galleons. And, of course, it has red ginger fur, so it's called the ginger cat. Not much to it. This one's name is Tabitha, even though she's not a tabby cat, which we do have tabby cats. And they're lovely. They have all sorts of different types of markings. Usually, oddly enough, the marking that they have is the first letter of their name. So, yeah. Well, they come with names, and they'll tell you the names. Oh yeah, all these cats talk to some degree. Some of them are more fluent, and some of them speak other languages. In fact, there's one over there, Bridget, and she speaks fluent French and German. Yeah. So now, as I told you, we have the toad polish, which kind of keeps them hydrated and moisturized if they start drying out. And then we have rat tonic, which is a good healing potion if you have a rat. We have rats in the back there, but they're not all that popular usually. They got a little bit more popular once the whole Harry Potter story came out and made itself public. But then it kind of declined over the years since then. The rat tonic kind of heals the aging rats, but it can also do that with a variety of the other rodents we have here too, not just rats. Then there's the fang brush, which is kind of like a toothbrush for pretty much all of the animals who have a set of teeth on them. Yeah. And then there's the talon clipper, which is, of course, well, as the name suggests, it clips talons. And it's good for hippogriffs and, we don't have any of those in stock. It's good for owls, birds, if you have a phoenix. We had a phoenix in here last week, but we sold it recently, yeah. To actually a trainee, a little, I guess an intern at the Ministry of Magic. But that's it. Did anything kind of catch your eye? All right. Well, Betty up at the counter, she'll help you out. She'll go ahead and get the pet all arranged for you. And good luck with it. And well, just, word of warning, be careful. All these animals, they're slightly domesticated, but when you get between them and their food, they aren't opposed to, taking off an ear or something. So just be careful. And just show them respect that, the golden rule, do unto others as you have done to you. So if you treat them good, they'll treat you good, in other words. All right? Okay, well, I'm going to get home. I need my butterbeer. But I'm sure I'll see you around Diagon Alley. Okay.